Prio, push this mid lane and give more agency to Peanut, he's often going to have to hover this mid lane because Ahri is a champion that can shut down Tristana with a well-placed charm. If Owner is there, the damage is absolutely there for T1 to turn this lane on its head. And for Gen G, when you look at the engage opportunities here, you have long-range engage of Maokai, you have the follow-up, but the Kasante's agency in this trap, sure, you have a Lulu, you have Wild Growth, but you're running into so many blocking tools here as Gen G, and I think T1 have the much better front-to-back team comp if they can survive the early game. So much of that pressure is on Peanut to actually get them through it.
Range advantage, though, is big. We've seen it in the last few series, and that one is firmly in favor of Gen G. And I want to highlight, if either of these AD carries gets fed.
Backs against the wall, but the fans, every single T1 fan here in the stadium, top of their lungs with these fan chants. Fantastic to see all of the support. And I think, honestly, some of the Gen G fans probably cheering as well. They're like, this series has been so good, just give us some more games. Because this has been absolutely incredible thus far.
See it.
Was also the decisiveness of T1 that was one of the big reasons why they won the previous game. Every time Gen G made a mistake, they didn't just try and punish them, they forced them to respond and then would go for another trade and another and another, and Gen G was clearly caught off guard, playing very differently. I do think, though, that as you point out,
and a thing or two about how to pilot this champ. We'll see whether that is going to be the case as Doran and Zeus just battling it out. Zeus looking for the solo bolo and he gets it! No flashes required!
No flash from either player, and you can see Doran's hands off the keyboard there. Definitely feel a little bit sheepish about this one, and I mentioned the Oran's agency on first Rift Herald fight, some of those early skirmishes. The Scion's still going to be very useful here.
I am getting flashbacks from yesterday. Game number 1, getting solo killed by a Scion, starting things off a bit rough here for the top laner of Gen G. And we're going to see it once again from the Scion perspective here. Zeus just cleaning him up. It just looks so comfortable.
they're not going to be able to team fight at all.
And buying a call here as Tristana, as now they both have level 6. Toby needs to be so respectful.
Yeah, there's a lot of calls in this game, actually, as Faker is just going to charm forward. There it is after the flash. The kick comes in, but he had the Q well and truly prepared, and that's Owner's Lee Sin, ladies and gentlemen.
You only get one Buster shot. You only get one. He's going to be able to get the follow Q through. And Jovi goes down, and buying the call alone is already basically
a lot on his shoulders this game, because you mentioned the late game is going to be a difficult thing for T1 to navigate. Not if they're fed out of their minds, guys. That'd be absolutely fine. Nature's Grasp, though, going to come forward here as T1 are going to be snared. They stand behind the door, though. Carrier standing stalwart. Still, Doran trying to get stuffed on, but he gets roared at, and it is massive here for T1. Gen G have to about face get the heck out of there. Now, yes, they get the Herald, but at what cost?
You don't have your Jinx with you, and I think this composition really needs that additional damage if you're going to actually fight this, because T1 have such great CC, and the T1 crowd is erupting in chants here because they know that they've got such a nice advantage in this game. It's so rough right now.
Oh, Prio.
Yep, Zeus, he can get there at a moment's notice as well. He can just turn on the train as Gen G. They do get them out of the way. Zap lands onto Gumayusi. That's actually decent. As Pays and Chovy, both 80 carries, trying to get some autos in where they can. Peanut in position as well. As Orbit Deception goes down, Doran does manage to get out of there with his Unstoppable as Faker just dives on forward, finds the Everfrost as Buster Shot comes in, but immediately Doran presses the button. Faker gonna be taken down. Moonlight Vigil does a lot of damage though, and they have to be careful. Carrier with the disengages, Owner possibly caught out. Chovy diving forward, the train's gonna come in. He wants to save his jungler, and I think he's gonna do so. Zeus helps out. He'll grab the kill as well as it's an aggressive Dorgamuchi coming on forward, finds a snare. Zeus, is he unkillable or is he not? He does go down, and now Pays is excited. Owner finds it. Absolutely massive in this fight as the Zombie Scion is getting involved. He will fall down, and Carrier and Owner will fall as well. Gumayusi last man standing, and Gen G win the fight.
Last man standing here, and they are going to be able to take this Drake. A lot of heroics here on the side of T1, and Owner looking to turn this one around and actually win the fight, essentially single-handedly. But we have to remember how the fight started, which was by Faker getting caught. He went in to try to look for the pick, but they were so ready. Guma?
They are not going to be able to do it. Chovy going to be able to land that auto, gets the explosive charge, and that secures the Dragon. Peanut had just left. He's like, he's not interested.
Watch the setup here for Gen G when Faker decides to go in. They have all the angles covered here, and he's just instantly locked down. Doran pulls him into the middle. The stopwatch timing is amazing, and Peanut's ult is expended, but the fight is essentially won at this moment. Now T1, with some amazing heroic plays from Owner and Guma surviving here, does turn this around a little bit, but ultimately you are going to lose out to this Tristana with resets.
Crucially there, right? Doran actually gets Faker as he dashes over the wall, interrupts him, gets him before that happens. Really good self from the light. And then this is the point where T1 might have crucially overstepped, and if this play from Owner doesn't happen, it's an actual disaster, right? And even with that, it's so close here, but Chovy actually able to stay alive here throughout it all. Doran tanking up so much damage, and with Lulu, the ult is gone though.
In this fight. True. Oh, charm is dodged by the buffer of the rocket jump. Oh, good knock up there onto Pace as Everfrost is immediately cleanse flashed. And now Faker looking for more, he finds another one! This time onto the light into the back line, he does wild growth himself and they manage to get the kill.
Reset for Chovy!
Jinx is excited, the resets for Chovy and resets for everyone! The Jinx is absolutely massive, Peanut may have gone too far forward, but T1's health bars are evaporating! It's a triple kill for Paze, and Gen G are moving towards Baron.
It's a Baron angle here, and there's just no way that T1 can contest it. There's just way too much damage here for Gen G, so this is just going to go down instantly. And what looked like a potential turn there from Faker is once again punished. And the angle of Peanut's ultimate was amazing there because it allowed Gen G to kite back and then punish Faker's aggression. They won't be able to trade this for soul points, so consolation prize here for T1. But Gen G now in control of this game. As watch this ult from Peanut here, the angle he takes when Faker decides to go forward, it's so beautifully done. The buffer comes through. And I just have to say, Faker's always looking for these angles, but Peanut is punishing. And now you can kite back, and Faker decides to go in regardless and is punished promptly.
And what's really, really big here is that even though Pace looks like he's misplaying here as he gets caught by the edge there of that Cyan, the cleanse flash is immaculate. And here it's not Pace getting charmed. It's
Delight actually blocking it for Pace, what it looked like.
Yep.
And just look at him calling to follow for the chase here. So hyped. Yeah. The guy is just not, he's not playing like a rookie. He looks like a better.
With a Baron buff and with these two extraordinarily high range carries, it's so difficult. Well, Dom's now completed for Paze as well as Faker just dashes forward. They get another Nature's Grasp, but he doesn't have another Zhonya's, and it's a kill for Paze. Chovy now takes that as his moment to dive forward. Zeus just trying to retreat. Owner wasn't in position to go for any sort of engagement, and without Faker they can do nothing to stop the onslaught on their structures.
I mean, a minute 20 on this Baron. I mean, T1 are really going to struggle to defend without Faker.
They're going to keep going.
I think they could try to push to end this. I mean,
they have so much range on both of these 80 carries. They are not going to bite off more than they can chew, and I guess Gen G have some I's to dot and some T's to cross.
Yes, that's not fair.
Okay, Doran. Chovy in position on the flank. He doesn't exactly have any CC to offer, and he's now going to get stunned up into the waiting arms of Zeus, but the flash is going to come through. There is the buster shot, and somehow Zeus not unstoppable while that happens. As now Doran caught out of position. He's got a lot of health and he's tanking for a long time, but Moonlight Vigil is gigantic, and now Faker finds the cleanse into the backline. Immediate cleanse there onto Paze, but it's a double kill for Owner. Chovy is dead, and Gen G, they have overstepped.
Now Nexus turrets are under fire here, so eventually you do have to go back here as T1. You want to chase down and get these kills. Owner's hiding.
Oh, Owner.
TP.
Yep, there's the teleport. What he lands the Q as well as now Paze by himself, and Owner looking to take it. He does secure the kill, but he goes down in response. T1 back in control of the Rift, and I don't care what happens. Owner finding kicks into the backline onto either of these key carries as Paze just walking circles around them right now. Owner taking a lot of damage. Gen G standing their ground for now. It is so tense here on the Rift as Nature's Grasp used aggressively. Doran diving forward, trying to find the Brawn carrier. Going to go down, and that is just front to back. Massive damage. Owner down to his GA, and it's a lot of damage here for Gumayushi, but he cannot go back in again, and Owner's going to be taken out. It's Paze who locks down that one, and yes, he is getting excited. The charm not going to connect onto him either. His range just that little bit too high as the pesky turret in the way.
Struggle because the front to back for Genji is so good. But look at how do you hard engage if you're T1? It's a catch or nothing.
Owner's so far away.
We'll see whether we can get into this Baron pit as T1. Nature's Grasp just going to zone. And now the Scion going to be caught. The Q not going to be enough. Flame Chomper is going to come in. Isaiah's going to be interrupted. He cannot ult out of this one. An explosive charge is going to do it. Pace immediately diving forward. Owner, can he find it as he does try to look for the kick flash, but Pace has a stopwatch, of course he does. And now Owner, he's going to get a kick, but it's not the one he was looking for. Peanut going aggressive, Chovy diving in, but he gets the reset. And now T1 trying to back away, but Pace is at full health, and they have Baron.
It's so difficult to defend your base now.
I don't know if they can. They can't even get back.
Now Faker's struggling to recall here. At least the inhibitor as Respawn's going to buy a few more seconds.
Doran STP, but it's 30 seconds.
Well, Faker has Flash and he is alive as Chobian pays. Draw a bead, now level 16 for Chovy. You see how much damage he is doing. Carrier trying to put that door up in front of the Nexus. But Genji, I think the upset may happen. The charm is going to connect, but it's onto Delight. So much damage for the UG. He's found it. He found the moment. Oh my god, he does explode in the end, so it's not going to be T1 taking the game back, but it's not going to end here. My voice might die, but the Nexus will survive.
It looks like Doran's just going to decide to TP top here and grab some inner gold here and start opening up the map further with no Nexus turrets open. Every single turret you take is going to be a backdoor win condition. GA is picked up now for Pays. As any single kill, any single pick is just subsequent doom for T1. And now that Pays and Chovy are so fed in this game, even this stacked armor Scion is not going to be enough. Owner with the heroics here, and then Chovy looked like he might have overextended, but he gets the reset to get out. It's what happens in the base that's more interesting.
Oh man, Owner plays it so well, but Pays with just one stopwatch that he now cannot have. Just thwarted it.
Guma in this fight with Faker, it's a miracle they survived.
Yeah, the fact that they're able to hold on there, it starts off with the Charm Flash, but that's bait. It's Guma flashing in point blank with Inferno.
Draws a little bit as Genji bear down on the Nexus.
It's the range
of T1. You're exactly right. There's also this, the zoning. As in front is the Scion. He's going to stand there, but look at this turret. It just evaporates. A massive Q from Doran. And it is the man that played so well in games 1 and 2 that's coming back here in game 3 to dominate T1. Owner down to his GA once again. Pays, he's down very, very low. But now the Nexus will be in the sights of Genji. They couldn't take them down at all throughout the rest of it. And now, on the blood of T1, Pays has paved the golden road here in spring 2023.
A monumental win for Genji. The biggest upset we've seen in LCK in years. And they do it on the backs of Doran, a player who underperformed all throughout playoffs, was considered the weak link for this team. And the bottom duo of players who've never been in the finals before, and Pays will be a royal roader, a rookie player who this split has looked dominant, gotten more kills than any other new rookie AD carry has ever gotten in their first season of LCK.
Say, it's the step up, and yes, Chovy and Peanut, the entire series, impeccable play. Doran, man of the night, gets them to 2-0 single-handedly with his Gragas, but with the way that Pays and the Light played, it's everything coming together here for Genji.
Just a huge step up for so many players on Genji, and Pays lifts the LCK trophy first. And Genji defend their title. T1, 6 spring finals. They have been the victors. And Genji, the last 3 they have attended. 2 of them against T1, 1 of them against Damwon. And now finally hoisting the trophy.
It's the first time T1 has had an undefeated round robin in LCK and not wound up champions. The 5th time they had a perfect round robin in a split of LCK. But it's the first they won't walk home as champions tonight. The massive favorites. And it's a great response we saw, I think, from T1 coming into the draft, changing it up, trying to bring things back, and things looked good in this fourth game. It almost looked like we were going to silver scrapes, but eventually a few mistakes, and Gen G capitalize and take the title.
And